Hi, I'm professional hypnotist Kelli von Heydekampf from West Metro Hypnosis, and I'd like to talk just for a few moments about nourishment. I had a client last week who came into my office and was looking for some support in weight maintenance. She doesn't have a weight issue right now, but she finds herself more and more eating when she is bored, not really understanding why she is eating, and wanted some support in making better choices. And throughout the session, we really started dissecting this idea of nourishment, and it got me thinking about things. And so I looked up the word nourishment and came across this definition. Let me find it. And it says, the food necessary for growth, health, and good condition. So if we think about the food necessary for growth, health, and good condition, there's different kinds of nourishment that we have to consider for our overall well-being. That a lot of times we think of nourishment only in the physical sense of food, but in actuality, when we begin to broaden that definition, we have to understand that there are different kinds of nourishment, and that's one of the things that I was discussing in this session with this particular client. Broadening the understanding of nourishment, that there is a physical nourishment that we need and desire, that there is a mental nourishment that we need and desire, and that there's an emotional nourishment as well that we need and desire. And so broadening that definition for her really opened up her way of thinking about food and about nourishment and what was going on in her life, coming to the conclusion that it wasn't always physical nourishment that she was needing. And in understanding that, she has been able to now broaden her choices and give herself some time and some space to simply ask the question, what kind of nourishment is it that I'm looking for? Is it physical? Is it mental? Is it emotional? And under those umbrellas, there's all kinds of different options. If it's a mental nourishment, am I stimulating my mental capacity enough, or am I experiencing these bouts of boredom because I don't have a creative outlet, or I don't have enough to do, or I'm just feeling stagnant and stuck in the work that I'm doing right now? I don't know the answers to those questions, of course, but asking the questions is allowing her the time and the space to develop the solutions and the answers that will work for her. Emotional nourishment, physical touch. Am I getting that physical touch nourishment that each and every one of us craves and desires? That human interaction, that connection. Could be a simple hug that you need in that moment, and not a box of chips or a candy bar. Are you receiving the emotional support that you need? Not necessarily about food, but just the emotional support that we as humans like to experience every day. That connection with other people, that we feel like we are being heard, like we are being seen, like we are being understood. And so asking those questions as well. Am I getting the emotional nourishment that I need? And again, I don't have the answers to those questions, but I know that you do. So just a little bit different take on nourishment and what it means, and to broaden your idea of this sustenance that each one of us needs for growth and health and overall well-being, and not just in the form of food. So my question that I leave with you today is, how are you nourishing yourself? And would it be helpful for you to take a step back and create some space at looking not only your physical nourishment that you give yourself through food, but the mental nourishment and the emotional nourishment that you need as well. So with that, I look forward to the answers that you come up with, and if you would like to share those with me, please feel free to do so at Kelli, Kelli, at westmetrohypnosis.com, or give me a phone call, 952-222-3975. And I wish you just a lot of curious fun at exploring this question and seeing what answers you come up with. So thanks very much for watching this video.